The Stoic response to failure: why falling is part of success. Failure. It's a word that stings, haunts, and sometimes paralyzes. Most people fear it, avoid it, and feel ashamed by it. But the Stoics saw it differently. To them, failure was not the end of the road, it was part of the road itself. They believed that falling was not a sign of weakness, but a necessary step in becoming stronger, wiser, and more resilient. In the Stoic worldview, failure is not a deviation from success, it is intertwined with it. Success is not the absence of failure, it is built on it. Each misstep, each defeat, and each disappointment is a chance to learn, to grow, and to gain mastery over oneself. Let's begin with a simple but powerful idea: you are not your failures. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, wrote in Meditations, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it." When we fail, we often let that failure define us. We internalize it. But Marcus reminds us that it's not the failure that causes pain, it's our judgment of it. Change the judgment, and you change the experience. This is the essence of Stoicism. Control what you can, your thoughts, your actions, your character, and accept what you cannot. Failure, in many cases, is beyond our control. The job interview you didn't get, the exam you didn't pass, the relationship that didn't work out, these are outcomes. And Stoicism teaches us to be indifferent to outcomes, but deeply committed to the process. Process over outcome. This principle is central to Stoic thinking. Epictetus said, "Do not seek for events to happen as you wish, but wish for events to happen as they do, and your life will go smoothly." When you fail, don't resist reality. Don't complain that life is unfair. Instead, ask yourself, did I act with courage? With honesty? With effort? If the answer is yes, then you haven't truly failed. Because in Stoic terms, success is living in accordance with virtue, not with external results. Think about Thomas Edison, who famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That's Stoic. He focused on the process. He embraced the fall as part of the journey upward. And that mindset is what separated him from countless others who gave up too soon. The Stoics also teach us to practice premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. This is a technique where you visualize things going wrong before they happen. Why? Because if you've already imagined failure, it can't surprise or break you. You are prepared. You've already rehearsed the fall. And when it happens, you can respond, not react. You can stay composed, centered, and strong. Failure, then, becomes a kind of training. Seneca wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." Every failure is a weight lifted. It hurts, yes, but it builds endurance. It builds character. And it builds wisdom. Without falling, there is no rising. There is another Stoic idea that reframes failure in a liberating way, amor fati, love of fate. It's not just about accepting what happens. It's about loving it, embracing it, seeing every fall as something you needed to experience because it's shaping you into who you were meant to become. That breakup, that rejection, that closed door, the Stoic smiles at it and says, "Good. That too is for me." This attitude takes incredible strength, but it also gives you incredible freedom. When you no longer fear failure, you become fearless. You take risks. You create. You speak. You move. Because you know that even if you fall, you'll rise with more clarity, more humility, and more fire than before. Modern society glorifies perfection and constant achievement. Social media makes it look like everyone else is winning all the time. But the truth is, every person you admire has failed many times. What makes them admirable is not that they avoided failure, but that they didn't let it stop them. Stoicism invites us to see failure not as a wall, but as a mirror. A mirror that shows us who we really are. How we respond to failure reveals our strength, our resilience, and our commitment to growth. When we fall, we are given a choice: stay down and blame the world, or get up, learn, and try again, wiser than before. So the next time you fail, pause. Don't panic. Don't spiral into self-doubt. Remember the words of Epictetus: it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. You've been given a test, an invitation to evolve. Don't waste it. Let failure be your teacher, not your enemy. Let it shape you, not shrink you. And most importantly, let it remind you that you are on the path, not off of it. Because in Stoicism, falling isn't failure. Staying down is. Get up. Keep going. Success is not in never falling, but in always rising, stronger, calmer, and more determined than before.